Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your love message reading. So, I'm gonna be picking up your energy and the person you may not be knowing even, and it's like another person that kind of energetically vibrating with you. It could be somebody that you know, and it could be somebody that you may not know. Okay, however it goes. And this is an intuitive, free flowing reading, my friends. So, please take it as it resonates. And if you need to flip the character, flip the role, do that. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get into this. So before I start, the energy I'm getting that this is a journey between two people who are at this moment working, existing separately, existing on a separate individual realm. You could be together, but this energy is transmuting. This energy is going through these passages on its own separately. Okay, so the first card we got, the Luathas the Wild. I'm getting this, that both of you, there is certain there is the okay there is a certain emotional crisis, but that emotional crisis is not a spiritual crisis for both of you. You guys, both of you are has gone through or going through some kind of journey where you are kind of unraveling the spiritual knots, and you are kind of unraveling that kind of spiritual mysticism. So because you're going through the spiritual mysticism passage, it's not a spiritual crisis, it's an emotional crisis. But both this emotion, like both of you, this you guys are happy about this emotional crisis. Let me tell you why. Okay, so this energy is coming to me a little bit more scientific way, so I'm just gonna go with it. Is telling me that this emotional crisis actually are good for you, because this emotional crisis is pushing you to go through a passage. I'm gonna explain this three energy, which is beautiful, in a passage of journey which is actually leading you to really understand your soul, your own like your own individual soul. And like it's like almost like mm, this emotional crisis, if this emotional crisis is not there, it won't be it's like almost like this emotional crisis is acting as a catalyst for both of you. And you understand, you have done enough spiritual learning, enough spiritual growth, that you understand that emotional crisis is separate than spiritual crisis. And emotional crisis is sometimes, if you understand the spiritual crisis, it can be a pathway, it can be a trigger, it can be a catalyst to know our own soul at the end of this journey. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so you both are very excited about this, even though look at this person is completely beaten up. There is a lot of hardship. There is, because of this emotional crisis. This emotional crisis is separate for both of you. You are dealing with a separate kind of issues when it comes to emotion that you are feeling crisis about, and the other person is feeling different set of crisis. But both are syncing on a same energetic vibration, that they are taking this emotional crisis as a positive catalyst to their journey. And you guys are excited about it there. And I feel like this emotional crisis has been a part of your nature, has been a part of your grown knowing being, the way that your conscious mind know yourself. So it's been a part of you, it's been a part of your personality, it's been a part of your characteristic, it's been a part of your nature. There is some deep emotional crisis that you both are going through. But you guys are really excited about this journey, because you are not taking this emotional thing as a negative thing. Like let me go into this. Many time when it comes to spirituality, we many time I feel and I see and I hear in our like a collective way, the way we practice spirituality, I feel that we tend to shut down the things that we think are negative, like dual consciousness. We call it deception. Dual consciousness is not deception. Dual consciousness, Okay, I'm not going to get into academia, but like the dual consciousness is a very positive catalyst to know the different layers of our consciousness where mind cannot fathom, but we have a different way of understanding our surroundings. We call it deception, dual consciousness. Then we, like Eight of Swords, most of the time we say, okay, don't think about all this negative stuff, just think positive, think positive. We are constantly feeding into this kind of idea that spirituality is all about light. But the thing is, there is a luminous, there is a light in the darkness, and without that darkness, light is nothing. And I feel like you both, and I'm going into all these things because you are honing this energy, Scorpio. You are a very special being, like you are becoming a very special, almost like a skilled observer of yourself. You are learning yourself like you are learning like nothing before, like nothing like that. You are learning yourself. You make yourself a subject matter. You took interest in yourself, and so did the other person. That's why this emotional crisis is not a dark matter. It's a matter of wildness, it's a matter of excitement, it's a matter of explore. And how can we understand this emotional crisis so that we can go through this passage? That look at this, what comes next these three. Next three we got this, the singer of intuition, the she, the crack, and the roar. So there is, the thing is like you feel, because you are not shutting down your emotional crisis, you are trying to understand your emotional crisis. Our emotion is us, our emotion is our body, our emotion is our a basic carnal primal need, and nobody could understand this need more than Scorpio, because we are the more carnal. I'm saying we because I'm Scorpio too, a lot of Scorpio. So anyway, so we are the master of carnal need that human being we embody as a species, as a being. And so as you are going through, there is a lot of things that you are initiating on an energetic level. Maybe you are changing a lot, energetically vibrating differently. The way you used to see things, the way you used to judge yourself, the way you used to judge others, the way you used to look, your point of view, your paradigm around your being, the way you are interacting with your environment. Lot of new spirit. Seven again, they showed me this number seven. Seven is a spiritual number. You are initiating lot of new spiritual ignition. And because this ignition is actually opening doors for you to know your soul, where mind freeze, because mind at some times gonna freeze, because mind says, okay, I don't understand, so I don't allow you to let go beyond my understanding. That's where the fear comes. But the soul says, no, don't worry mind, I see beyond you, because you are limited within your intellectual pattern, but I am free and I'm expansive. So then through that soul point of view, you are initiating lot of energetic, you are opening up lot of energetic knots within your body, within your mind, within your soul. And that's creating a sheet of crack, that's creating a vibration of openness, that's creating a vibration of understanding, that's creating a vibration of love and compassion, and not just the expansive vibration that you are getting. Because this five is all about change, five is all about shape shift. You are shape shifting, you are not limited within one idea of Scorpio who you are. You are dividing this idea of who you are into multiplicity. As you are dividing into multiplicity, many changes are occurring, and you are initiating those changes with this spiritual understanding, with this soul opening kind of intuition. So as we go through this, because look at this, you are going through this passage. Hold on, I'm getting excited. These cards are so amazing. These cards are like, absolutely brilliant. Look at this, like, look at the color. It's like dark passages, but there is a luminous, there is a bright sense of energy, bright sense of light is exist. It itself, the way the image is showing to us, it's creating a statement. It's creating a statement for both of you that there is a luminosity, there is a brightness in the darkness, and darkness is nothing but light. Without light, and light is nothing but darkness. How we understand this in order to understand our own soul? You both of you are on a journey to learn your own soul. Okay, so as you go through after this 7 and 5, we get into this 52 broken down to 7. Again, the spiritual concept. We get into this Ra. Ra is nothing but, to me, is the energetically, is the raw energy. It's a raw potential. So what's happening as you go through this energy, you are being more and more creative, more and more creative, and it's coming in the form of sexual exploration. Does that mean that you want to have sex all the time? No, I'm not talking about that. For Scorpio, if you really in tune with scorpionic energy, you understand what sex is, you understand what sexual kernel energy is. Kernel energy for Scorpio is not about just physical bumping with muscles and bumping with skins and bones. It's about creating a third kind, when the first kind and the second kind dissolve in the process of making a third kind. It's giving me, it's almost like in visual term, there is a term, it's called montage. Montage is like Eisensteinian, Russian Eisensteinian term. It says that two image, let's say the image, like it's same with tarot, it's like with tarot, what you do, we all create montage, because this card is means something else on its own, but the moment this card comes next to it, it creates a third meaning. That meaning does not hold neither this card and not that card. It creates a third meaning, which is a combination of this card. When this one individual get dissolved within their structure to create a third meaning, which does not contain within these two. I hope, okay, I'm getting too scientific here, I don't know, I'm getting this kind of energy. So anyway, so this is what raw energy is. This is that kind of sexual energy. You are becoming a person, you are becoming energetically becoming a person who can be dissolved within their energetic realm in order to create something third kind, which you yourself do not hold. So that means, that's what I'm saying, that your creativity, your energy of raw energy is going towards your creativity and your sexual energy. You are pulling that energy from you. This idea of sex, not the idea of sex that we are feeding to Indian society, but the idea of sex we just talked about. That point of view, you are creating this new sense of being, and you are going through a passage. This is a journey for you, and as you go through, look at this. What is this? Tabula rasa, absolute blank slate, a new way of being, a new way of, it's not even about new way of being, it's not about death, it's not about this scorpionic traditional idea of death, of transformation. It's about exchanging energy. It's about shifting the viewpoint so that you can see the other side of the energy. It's like the same energy, and how each energy is multiplied by different kind of layers of energy and creates a third dimension. Again, the same thing, there are, I hope I make sense. I mean, it's a little scientific, so please stay with me. It's like creating this third dimension, and it's not that you are coming, it's completely changing the previous dimension. You are still you, but you are dissolving your identity, your energetic identity, and creating a third kind within yourself, and so does the other person. So it's coming across almost like a new chapter. It's coming across almost like a new way of being. It's coming across almost like a new way of expanding your soul and being close to your soul. And both of you are going through the same kind of passage where it's led by the darkness, because you both understand that there is a luminous factor within the darkness, and how darkness can be a positive catalyst to unleash your soul so that you can get connected with it. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Okay. All right. So now get into more reality. This is the energy, vibration, this is a vibration. Now we are talking about what's in their thoughts, what's in your thoughts, what they're feeling, what you are feeling. Okay, so now we are getting more into our body, our mind, which we can understand and fathom in a more realistic way. Okay, So this person is thinking, this person is absolutely like they are very much in tune with their energetical energy, like their energetical, like their energetical sphere, energetical phase, because they know that they are gonna create something completely new. And it, even though it's a pentacle, it's not gonna be a classical pentacle. It's not gonna be something that is like, okay, I'm gonna start a business and I'm gonna start a this, that. This is a pentacle of life, because it started with the roots. See that there is a life, there is a life, that factor of life is involved in this pentacle. It's not about just an object, money, like an external object that we grow, like that we can produce in a factory, like like the what is that what where the money is produced, whatever. It's a object. But this pentacle is not object. It has a life, it has a root to it. It is gonna grow. So they are really understanding the passage that they are going through, and they want to bring that energy into their real world in a way that is not traditional, in a way that is breathing and growing, in a way that is something tangible. At the same time, it's not tangible, something which gonna give them a sense of foundational grounding, at the same time without grounding them. Look at this, all these roots, they are not really grounded, they are floating in the air. So the sense of root, the sense of growing, a sense of absorbing nutrients so that trees can come out, that sense is there. But at the same time, the classical traditional rootedness is not there. So they're thinking in that way, their mind is very much vibrating at the same level of their energy. And this emperor in reverse, yeah, because this is not a traditional way of visioning. Emperor, what emperor does, emperor, like in this reading, this emperor is very strategical, emperor is very, yeah, in visionary maybe a little bit, but mostly emperor is very strategical and very obedient to a certain degree to the material laws and material rules. Emperor and the king of pentacles both share the similar kind of energy. It's like, I know the game, I know how to maneuver. It's like that kind of, their foresee is limited within the material realm. But this person is, look at this, and the death in reverse. This person know, like I said, this is not a traditional death. They are not going through a death of themselves, they are going through an expansion of themselves. They are going through a passage where they can see the other side of the prism. It's not like the changing the prism and replaced with something else. It's not like that. It's not like your past self is gone and all of a sudden you are the new person. That also happened to us. But this person is not going through that. This person, in their mind, they are very much clear that what they're going through, and they're going through something that is more of an ace of pentacles, like a root without root, a root without a foundation, a root without a tradition, a root without a limitation of realness. That kind of pentacles, that kind of mindset they are in right now. And what you are thinking, Scorpio, you're thinking high priestess. And look at this high priestess, their face and their hands, they're like black stone. It's like that kind of, again, I'm getting that you are honing this art of stillness. It's not about, because it came to the next to the chariot is all about mobility, all about agility, all about 3D movement from point 1 to point B. It's like a 3D body movement and doing stuff, making things happen, those kind of things. But like you in your thought, you are constantly reminding yourself that I need to learn the art of stillness, because the root, again, the similar kind of energy, you two are very much similarly vibing. Like again, that the art of rooting is not with the mobility at this moment for you, because the way you are going through, the passage you are going through, that you need to learn how to be still, how to be this, almost like a stone, soak energy from the environment without even moving yourself, like without even move yourself energetically. I know I'm talking a little cryptic today, because that's the way the energy is coming. It's like a metaphorical. I hope it's coming across to you. I'm a little concerned, but I cannot change the way I'm getting energy. I'm sorry about that. If I don't know, I I'm gonna stop. So anyway, so you are learning this art of stillness in your mind, and you are not, that's why the chariot in reverse, and you are 10 of pentacles. You are thinking that through this art of stillness, through this intuition based stillness, you are going to create an atmosphere where it's going to be harmonized in external world, where you are going to be, you are not going to be shunned away, where you are going to be accepted. Not only you are going to be accepted, you are going to be a part of a community which lives harmonically, like in harmony, like that kind of thing. You are, there is a collective consciousness on your mind as well. Like it's obviously you are going through your individual journey, but through that you are trying to bring a certain sense of collective belonging. Like collectively, where do you belong? You realize that we are a relational being. Human beings are relational beings. So you feel like that in order to truly be human and soul, like the way you see yourself, you are through this art of stillness, you are going to place yourself somewhere which will be collectively collectively, you will be belong collectively. I don't know how to say this, in that it is been 10 of pentacles, and there are going to be harmony. It may not be like the way we see success. Again, there is something I got today also for Libra. But this is different kind of reading. But anyway, maybe I can put that up at the end. But there is this collective belong, the desire to belong collectively in a much more alternative way, much more analog way. It's not like all modern. Look at this, all this heart with the haze and all that is very, it feels like we are going back in time. We are going back in time, but time is non-linear. We cannot go back and forward. Time is a plateau. But this is like almost feels like that you wanna belong in a society. You wanna belong somewhere in you're thinking about, like, okay, I'm feeling some changes in me. I know that I'm making some major changes in me, and it's the way I'm evolving. This modern society, the way we see collective, the way we see community in a modern society, everybody is individual on their own, kind of, it doesn't really fit me. I want to belong somewhere which may look like a back in time, almost like we are going back to childhood way, like analog. Like, not things are not really complicated, not things are like cluttered with influx of information, but you want to create, you want to belong in a community that supports this kind of almost like old times kind of memory, almost like that support that kind of living. So you wanna kind of belong in that kind of community where it supports the way you are unleashing your soul. You don't wanna put yourself somewhere where your soul gonna feel crushed and confiscated. You wanna expand that. So you are kind of collective on your thought process. You are looking for some kind of collective belongingness where your soul, this journey can actually really expand more and more. Anyway, so this doesn't feel like love reading, but this is actually because you two are connecting on that multiple dynamics, multiple layer. Okay, so how they are feeling, they also have this kind of collective consciousness. Look at this. They feel like that they are becoming somebody who are becoming bigger and bigger in their own aura, in their own energy. They are becoming more and more, and they feel like that they want to bring the whole village with them. That kind of feeling that I am not gonna let my, I am going through some kind of spiritual, not, this is not it's like a more, I am recognizing my soul. As I'm recognizing my soul, I'm connecting with other soul, because soul recognize souls. If you do not understand your soul, you will not understand the soul. So that's kind of thing, because they are getting to know their soul. They feel like, now I can getting to know so many other souls, because now I don't see other person as just a person of a human being. I see them as a soul, as a as a being of full of energy and waves and particles and all these things. I don't take their words become from the way they're saying it. I see through them and I create a third meaning out of it. So I see their soul. So now they're feeling like they want to be this kind of guiding force, not like a guiding force, not like a leader in that way, but they feel like wherever they go, they want to bring the whole village with them. They want to bring, it's like they have this conscious collective consciousness. It's like they are not just thinking about themselves, they are not just feeling about themselves. In their heart, they are feeling of collective togetherness. How they can create how they can be a figure who can somehow lead other people or help other people to see where they're going. So there is a collective pool. They're not, you see, they're holding this rope, and it's like they are so huge compared to this, and they're feeling like, no, I'm becoming this big and big, I'm feeling this aura in me, and I want to share that. I don't want to be just selfish and just go away. Because there is again the house of flower, there is this again the iconoclastic energy. I'm getting this card showed up in last 3 reading I did for Libra, Sagittarius. Now I'm doing for Scorpio. So maybe you all are connected somehow. There is some sense of rebellious string attached to this person. They feel like that their love and soul can break down all the concrete, the man-made concrete. What I mean by concrete here, they feel like this all these man-made limitation, man-made way of being, man-made way of being in a certain way, like all these things they want to break away. But this breakaway is not just taking a hammer and just smash it. They want to break with love. The flowers like bloom, there is a gentleness to it. That's how they feel like as they are going through this passage, this gonna bring a certain, it bringing out a rebellious string out of it, but which is not aggressive, which is not violent. Rebellious is like a more of a gentle approach to create some change, gentle approach to break old and deconstruction. This is a card of deconstruction for this reading. And they look at this, the perfect king. They feel like they got it. They feel like they got the final, like this key how to ride this journey. So they are very much, this person is well connected with their, look at this, their energy, their thought and their feelings all saying the same thing, because they are all connected. This person is maybe very high vibrational, like very almost like it's like almost like creating their own timeline and almost like vibrating on that energy in a very unique way. This person is very unique. And they are like yeah, they're almost like their mind is so expansive. They're almost like they're taking a scientific approach in their life. At the same time, this science experience is not a cold objective look, rather than very soulful. The tool that they're using in order to open some kind of mystery of life is very soulful, but the way they are looking at the problem or looking at the crisis or looking at the secret is very scientific. That's the way they are feeling. Oh, yeah. Oh boy, all these readings are so interesting. Hold on. Okay, Scorpio. So what you are feeling? You are feeling under the umbrella. You are also going through like I said, you going through the similar kind of process. But the way you are a little nervous when it comes to your feelings. You are a little nervous because this is something very new. And you feel like that, oh my god, you still are working through some of your emotion very heavily, and you feel like sometimes you get very nervous, and when you get very nervous your emotion kind of take over, and when those take over you feel that you kind of derailed from this passage. So there is a little bit of nervousness there. There is a little bit of nervousness that you are feeling, but you are going with that anyway. You are going with that anyway. And I feel like when it comes to your feelings, you are little thinking about yourself, you're thinking about how you can do it, because you are not as confident as they are, because you are still kind of nurturing this new process and kind of learning it. So you are more, let's say that you both are running on the same path, in the same vibration. It just they are little advanced than you are, that's all. And there's the sea witch again, the seven. Oh my god, this seven, how many times we got seven here. The sea witch, this is a scorpionic card for me. And you are like, you are really like, and you are gaining all this, you feel, hold on, as you feel a little nervous, because this is something very strangely new for you. This is something that you are a little nervous how to do that, but you are feeling all these things and taking it from the very scorpionic essence, which is like a deep under the sea. Deep under the sea, it's coming from your, I don't know how to explain this. You're feeling that you are, sometimes you don't even know how you feel, but at the end of the day, these unknown feelings kind of shapes your path. Does that make sense? Like, it's almost like the sea, which is your by default nature of feelings. Sometimes you are not necessarily knowing exactly how you feel about these changes, how you are gonna do this. Sometimes this nervousness overwhelms you, but this, you almost like your basic innate nature coming in hand, and kind of almost like you are bottom of the sea, gaining all this wisdom that you already own, and then this fan is kind of taking you on the surface so that you can actually actualize the, you can shed a light on these feelings. So what I'm saying, that maybe you are going through some phases in your feelings where not all the time you're clear about your feelings. Like, this person is very clear, they know that what they're feeling all the time, they are very much aware of their feelings. And but your feelings, sometimes it feels like you just feel the essence of the feelings, you just feel the rawness of the feelings, not necessarily the understanding aspect of those feelings, because there is a little bit of nervousness there. But your basic, be, just your scorpionic attitude, your scorpionic nature is actually behind the curtain, guiding you and shedding light on those feelings, even though you are not doing it on your own. Does that make sense? It's a little convoluted. Your mind is not all the time aware of these different kind of feelings that you're feeling as you're going through. Your mind cannot fathom or put it in a words in a way that you can understand, but your feelings, your nature knows what this feeling is, even though you are not sometimes aware of it. And it guides you to this, like a bird, it guides you to somewhere where you feel like that you came out to the other side. It's like almost like you don't know, like it's like this. Let me tell you, how can I explain? It's like you are in a, let's say you are just thrown into the water, okay? You are just thrown into the water, and your conscious mind knows that you don't know swimming. Your body knows that your body doesn't know swimming, but somehow your body does know swimming, even though you never thought that it does, because you never learned in your the life that you can remember. But something innate in you kind of actually took you to the other side of the river, even though you thought that I don't know what I'm going to do. Now I'm in the middle of the water and I don't know what I'm going to do. But your feelings is guiding in a way that's creating this sense of liberation in your feelings. At the end of the day, if you really in tune with yourself when you go to bed, it's not anxiety that consumes you. It's the sense of, okay, this is another day and I made some progress. I am going through something, not necessarily I can make sense of every bit of it. Not necessarily I understand the deep feelings and emotion I'm feeling, but it's making me feel that I am almost like looking at some kind of horizon and I feeling like I'm going somewhere. That kind of feelings. Okay, I hope you get something out of Scorpio. This is a very different kind of reading I had, and I will see you next time.